Hey YouTube, Maxi 2021 here, coming at you with another haul slash sustain the industry video. This time for August 2019. There's a bunch of stuff to go over. I'm just gonna get right into it. First, let's get the smut out of the way, so I don't have to show it randomly in the video. I got Rex Sawaru's first volume of his Pandra series. I'm not showing the front because there's titties on it, and I don't want the video getting demonetized. Can't show the spine either. Can't speak to it. I can't show the spine either because same thing as the front. I can at least show the back cover since there's nothing really indecent going on. With this artist, I've been following them on and off for about 10, 11 years since at least 2007, from what I can remember. And the work that the book that this is a sequel to, I think it was called Residents of Obscene Arts. It was one of the first H manga I ever read, so I have a bit of a nostalgic bias towards this artist. Uh, Now, while one of his other works did get released in English, I don't remember. I don't know when exactly it happened, but I'm pretty sure it's out of print. And yeah, like I've only seen it listed on Amazon maybe one or two times. But yeah, once I found out that uh, this got an English release, uh, I had to get it since this is because of the whole nostalgic bias or whatever. So yeah, I'm hoping that the other three books in this series and the prequel one get an English release, as well as his other stuff. Uh, I looked at the digital volume I got when I bought this, since when you buy any books from Faku, if you get the physical volumes, they give you a free copy of the digital version of whatever book you buy, or whatever books you buy, I guess, if you buy more than one. And I saw that at the end of the volume, they got a chapter that ties into the overarching plot that connects this with the previous book. So you get more backstory or whatever. That's cool, but yeah, that can't really think of much else to say. So I'm gonna get that out of here. Time for a palate cleanser. Next up, we got Volume 2 Okomi-san and Volume 14 Okomi-san. Coincidentally, these both came out in the same month, so that's pretty cool. There was another thing I got that was Komi related that I ordered in August, but it didn't arrive until this month, so I'm going to save it for the next haul video. I'm kind of bummed because Volume 15 is not coming out until November, at least according to the little preview. Yeah, see, it's got 11. That means November. Yeah, it's not coming out until November, which sucks. But at least Volume 3 is coming out in English in October, so I don't mind waiting that long. Yeah, can't really think of much else to say. Right. I almost forgot. Now, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in another video that I wanted to do a video with my thoughts on the official English translation, since I have been reading this online for over a year. And after I finished Volume 1, I wanted to wait like a day or two so I could let my thoughts stew over and figure out how I wanted to word what I wanted to say about the translation. But then it hit me that I should just wait for Volume 2 to come out, read that, see if the translation improves or degrades or changes based on how they did it for the first volume. And like with the first one, I gave them the benefit of the doubt. But with the second one, that'll give me a better idea of what direction they're going to go with as far as like translating the series in English. So, yeah, as soon as I get a chance to read Volume 2, I'll do that video. I've just been busy with school recently. So, yeah, nothing else I can really think of to say. Before I get back to the. Excuse me. Before I get back to the manga, gotta show some miscellaneous stuff. I got this other. Excuse me. Sayonara Umihara Kawase Plus Plus acrylic plate that Strictly Limited Games was selling when they were doing the physical release for the game. And when I went to order both of these, this one was already sold out, and this is the only one they had left in stock, so I snagged it. I think they only had like 990 of these total. So it was 99. It was a limited stock amount. I remember that much. I remember seeing 2 9s. So yeah, this I mean they were selling these for like about $11 $12 after shipping and tax. So when I found this one on eBay for about $30, at first I was a bit hesitant because that was like pretty much double the price I got this one for. But since this is my all-time favorite game series, I had to get this one for the collection. So I didn't mind paying a bit extra. But yeah, now I have both the plates. That's cool. So yeah, let's get that out of. Oh well, I never noticed before, but they it's like some nice detailing. Like there's a different feel on her jacket as opposed to like the background. I guess that's cool. I didn't even notice that before. All right, let's do the movies. Next up, we got Avengers Endgame. I liked it a lot. I'm not sure where it ranks with the other MCU movies, as far as like the ones I like and the ones I didn't like as much. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty good conclusion to a 10-year long storyline. Uh, Unfortunately, I did manage to avoid spoilers for the most part between when the movie first came out and when it got the home release, since I didn't have a chance to go see it in theaters. I wanted to, but yeah, I just couldn't. All right, I didn't really have a way to go see it. Anyways, yeah, like that. Yeah, I managed to avoid majority of spoilers. Only got like maybe 2 major spoilers, but most of the stuff that did get spoiled for me was like pretty minor stuff, and like just stuff that ended up shit. What's the word I'm looking for? Uh, Pretty much any meme, any memes that people were posting on like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, group chats, whatever. I saw the ones that weren't like spoiler heavy, just like random scenes from the movie. But yeah, I liked it a lot. Not really sure what else to say about it. I guess I'm excited for uh whatever they're gonna do next for the Phase 4. I think I think that's what they're on for the movies. I've heard about the announcements they've done for next batch of movies. That's cool. I'm looking forward to those. So yeah, let's get that out the way. Next up, we got Detective Pikachu. I thought it was pretty good. I really wanted to see this in theaters too, but I didn't have a chance to go see it. So yeah, I finally got to watch it. I thought it was good. I want to play the Detective Pikachu game, but I've heard some mixed things on it. So not sure when I'm gonna pick that up. So oh, it also came with a free Pokemon card. Let me just whip that out. This is very. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is a bit difficult to do with one hand. Really need to invest in a tripod for my phone. It's got a little Detective Pikachu card. That's cool. So yeah, let's get that out the way. Next up, I'm gonna do the games. So first up, we got One Piece World Seeker. I know people dunked on this. I didn't really find out about that until after I got the game. Uh, I wanted to get it when it came out back in February. Pretty sure it came out in February, but it wasn't until last month I found it on. I found a factory sealed copy on eBay for $28 even, and I had to jump on it. It was pretty much under half price since I think it launched at 60. Uh, yeah, I definitely liked it. Not, I don't think it's my favorite One Piece game. Like, I'm not sure if I like it more than One Piece Unlimited Adventure, which is one of my all-time favorite games and one of my favorite Wii games, and probably, yeah, I'd say this is my favorite One Piece game. But yeah, like there's some stuff I liked in this, but I feel like they could have done a bit more. Like as far as like an open world One Piece game goes, I think this lays the groundwork for what could be a really good game. Uh, yeah, like I still got to get the DLC stuff. They've already put out two of them. The first one you can play as Zoro. Second one you can play as Sabo. Third one you get to play as Law. I think that's all they're going to be doing. But I know they've been doing some minor updates for the game since it came out. I gotta go check out the most recent one they put out. But yeah, the first two DLCs I mentioned are out. The third one's coming out soon, I think. But yeah, I thought it was fun. I personally had a good time with it, though I think it could have been a little better. The platinum trophy was kind of easy to get, so yeah, that's cool. Let's get that out the way. Oh, excuse me. Next up, we got the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Um, I initially ordered this when Amazon was doing their Amazon Prime Day, and I didn't have a chance to check out what they were offering until like right before the sale ended, like with I think an hour 30 minutes ago, and I saw this going for $20, and I had been wanting to get the remake trilogy since it came out on PS4 in 2017, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's when it originally came out, but I just never got around to getting it. And then when they ported it to Switch and Xbox One and I think PC, I thought that was pretty cool because now more people would be able to play it. Anyways, so what was I gonna say? Yeah, this didn't arrive until August because it was out of stock, temporarily out of stock when I ordered it, placed my order, and yeah, it didn't ship until August, but I finally got it, and yeah, I think this is probably the definitive way to play the original Crash trilogy. I mean, I've watched videos on it, so I know like all the differences between the originals and the remakes. Uh, as far as my history with the Crash series, like I've played the majority of Crash 3. I got to the final boss years ago, but I died on the second part of the fight. I played a bit of Crash 2, and before this, the only time played Crash 1 was at somebody's house, and I died on one of the temple levels, but yeah, other than that, I've only played like maybe the fourth one, and I think some Crash Team Racing. So, yeah, I think the remake's pretty good. Definitely my preferred way to play them. So, let's get that out the way. Next up, we got. Wait, not that one yet. We got the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. I got this for $20. This comes with 12 Street Fighter games. You got, let's see, what we got. Got Street Fighter, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2, not sure which version that is. Got Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, Super Street Fighter 2, the new challengers, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter Alpha, Street Fighter Alpha 2, Alpha 3, Street Fighter 3 New Generation, Street Fighter 3 Second Impact, and Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Ugh, I need something to drink. So, yeah, I got this for $20, just like with Mega Man 11. I think this was actually the last copy they had. One thing I found out, unfortunately, with these two is that for anybody that doesn't have a. Wait, give me a second. Sorry about that. I had to get something to drink. My throat was getting pretty dry, and one of the cats was being noisy. Anyways, something I had the unfortunate realization about with these two games is that for any Switch games you get a physical copy of, you can do something with them where you register them to your Nintendo account and you get gold coins based on whatever the retail price is. Excuse me. So yeah, you can use those coins to go towards purchases on the eShop. Excuse me. In place of actual money, and one coin's worth 1 cent. So, like, if you want to save up coins to get something, it's going to take a while unless you just buy a lot of digital games or physical games and you register them. Anyways, I found out that. Well, at first I found out with this one that you only have exactly 1 year from when a game releases to register them if it's a physical copy, or you don't get the coins. So I was like, okay, I guess this did kind of come out early last year. I don't remember when it came out last year. But, yeah, I figured that was just my cartridge was bugged or something. Then I did with this one. I found out that it was already past a year since this came out. So yeah, that's when I realized you have a year to get the coins or whatever. Though you do get more coins if you buy games digitally. So yeah, that's a thing. I just prefer the physical copies. Uh, yeah, I think the ones with the games in this that do have online, or like I don't know which ones have online. I know that some of these you can play online. So yeah, pretty good value. Like 12 games, even though some of them are re-releases. But yeah, you get 12 games. You can get this for like about $20 nowadays, I think. Not sure how much it goes for on PS4 and Xbox One, but yeah, I figured it was a steal at $20. Okay, let's hurry this up. Next up, we got Collection of Mana. This one actually does have reversible cover art. Oh, right. The others don't have reversible cover art, unfortunately. This one's got some really sick cover art. There we go. Oh, shoot! I don't want to show the rest of the stuff yet. You got the 6 protagonists from Seiken Densetsu 3 over on this side, and then on this side you got all the protagonists from all 3 games. Now, wait, let me put the little thingy back in. Now, this initially came out in Japan back in 2017, and it was Japan only. And people were bummed about that because Seiken Densetsu 3 finally got a re-release. I don't know if it got released on the Wii or the Wii U Virtual Console / eShop, but yeah, people were bummed that Square Enix did not bring this over, at least outside of Japan. And then at E3 2013, when Square Enix was doing their, not 2013, 2019, when Square Enix was doing their presentation, I was speculating that this was getting an English release because, like, shortly before E3 happened this year, there was a report or like an article or something saying that Square Enix filed for trademark of this in Europe, and that got me thinking they were finally bringing it over. So when they did their show, they didn't show it. I'm like, oh, okay. I was a bit bummed, but yeah, I figured maybe they wouldn't announce it during Nintendo's E3 Direct, and then they did, and I was flipping out pretty hard because they finally got Seiken Densetsu 3 available in English officially. So now you don't gotta deal with a fan translation ROM hack patch. You don't gotta deal with the fan translation. I mean, I had been meaning to download that and play through the game for years. I just never got around to it. But, so yeah, this comes with, the first 3 games in the Seiken Densetsu series. You got Final Fantasy Adventure, or Seiken Densetsu 1. You got Secret of Mana, or Seiken Densetsu 2. And you got Trials of Mana, or Seiken Densetsu 3. And, when they announced the English release, this came out on the eShop later that day, but it was like $40, and then I considered getting it, but then I realized that there's a chance they might come out with a physical release, so I decided to wait, and then a month or so later, they did a physical release. I think this was kind of limited. I heard the physical release was a bit limited, like they didn't make a whole lot of it. Anyways, shit, what was I gonna say? Uh, yeah, it's great that they finally got Seiken Densetsu 3 released in English. I know that somebody has given an official statement as to why Square Enix never released the game in English before, considering it took about 24, yeah, about 24 years, give or take, for it to finally come out in English. Um, sure, what was I gonna say? So, yeah, it's great that this is finally out. They're doing a remake for Trials of Mana next year. It's gonna look a lot better. It's looking a lot better than the remake Secret of Mana got. Also, Final Fantasy Adventure got a remake on mobile phones and Vita several years ago. I played through that. It's decent. Uh, yeah, not much else I can say about that. I forgot to grab something, so give me a second. Alright, next up, we got Astral Chain, most recent game by Platinum Games. It has versatile cover art. That's cool. I'm in the middle of playing through this right now. I gotta say, out of like all the Platinum games that I've played, this one is the most fun I've had with any of their games since Bayonetta 1. Now, I'm not saying that I didn't enjoy their other games I played as much as this one, but I think they really knocked it out of the park with Astral Chain. Now, while I did get a lot of enjoyment out of Nier Automata, I enjoyed it more as a Nier slash Yoko Taro fan as opposed to a Platinum Games fan. But, yeah, like at first I wasn't sure what to think when I started playing it. Like, I was having a good time, but then the more I got into it, the further I got, the more fun I was having, since it was letting me do more stuff. Kind of like with Bayonetta 1, how like the further you get, the more weapons you get. I'm pretty sure Hideki Kamiya just carried that game design over from Devil May Cry 1, maybe. Anyways, yeah, this game's great. I mean, I'm still a little ways into it. I don't even know how long I've played it for. I think I played it for like at least 6 to 10 hours. But yeah, I'm slowly making my way through it. Like I said, I've been busy with school. Now let's get to the last of the stuff. I'm almost done, I promise. I don't usually mean to talk as long as I have been. I'm about to get to the manga. I just got one more thing to show. Next up, we got the Mega Man Battle Network official complete works. This is just a big old art book for the Mega Man Battle Network series. If you're a fan of the Battle Network games, you need to get this, because it's that good. It's over 160 pages of a lot of stuff, and this initially came out back in... Wait, hold on. Yeah, it initially came out in 2000... Wait. Oh, let me focus it. It initially came out in 2009. Took 10 years to get an English release, but... yeah, it's finally out. Yeah, go get it. It's good. I think the regular price is 40. Let's see. Oh, $44.99. Jeez, I got it for like 32, I think. Yeah, it's pretty good. Go get it. Now, if I hadn't have talked as long as I did with the other stuff, I could have got through all this sooner. Next up, we got Volume 8 of Sleepy Princess and Demon Castle. I recently did that video where I mentioned how it just got an anime announcement. I'm very excited for that. And like I mentioned in that video, the more I read it, the more it slowly became one of my all-time favorite comedies, or something along those lines. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed that there's going to be a 4 month gap between volumes 10 and 11, because for some reason they're not putting out a volume, and I mean, they're not putting out volume 11 in February, but at least they're not delaying uh, volume 5 for Komi-san for the English release, so that's cool. So, yeah, I can't recommend this one enough. Next up, we got volume 20 of My Hero Academia. I know some people didn't like this arc, but I thought it was alright. And, I think it was this volume or the last one, the antagonist for this arc mentioned a character that isn't relevant until the arc after this. No, the most recent arc. So that's some cool foreshadowing. Uh, yeah, let's get that out the way. We got Volume 3 of Mob Psycho 100. I haven't had a chance to read this one yet, but I think Volume 4 comes out soon, so I'm looking forward to that. We got Volume 6 of the Full Metal Edition, Full Metal Alchemist. So that's cool. I think Volume 7 of this release comes out in November, I think. That's cool. And lastly, we got Volume 2 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4. I started reading this one a bit, but I got sidetracked at the time and haven't had a chance to finish reading through it. I think Volume 3 comes out next month. Either next month or November, I forget when. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. If you got any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll get back to it as soon as possible, though I don't think anybody really does that. So, yeah, thanks for watching.